Okay. Hey everybody, it's Becky from Patchwork Posse, and I thought that I would quickly just go over what is happening with the quilt group. So to give a little background, besides my blogging and my pattern designs at patchworkposse.com, I also run an online quilt group, and for a couple years, it's been running on a site, quilt-group.com. It didn't really have its own name. Sometimes I'd call it Patchwork Posse Quilt Group. Sometimes I just call it the Quilt Group. Sometimes I call it the Online Quilt Group. It really had an identity crisis. And it's kind of bugged me for a couple years, but I've let it go through as I build it and try to figure things out. So it's come to a point in time where I really had to kind of step it up and decide what it was really going to be called. And this happened because I was talking to somebody and they were like, do you know Quilt Fest is coming up and you should really have a booth there. Why don't you have a booth? Oh my gosh, you should totally have a booth. Those people are your people and they need the quilt group. So it really got me thinking that, you know, I had experienced Quilt Market a couple times, quite a few times actually, and loved it, loved the surroundings, but it is a closed show. But in Houston, after Quilt Market in the fall, they have a quilt festival, and it's open to the public, and the floor changes with the booths, and people are able to sell, you know, person to person, a customer to from the business. And so this got me thinking, you know, really, I've been running it a couple years. It's time. Maybe I should think about this really, and you know, how big can it go? Sky's the limit. We're online. I've kind of come up with the International Association of Quilters, the IAQ, and you can find more information at iaquilters.com, and that's where you go to register for the membership. It's 1 year. Nothing in the group is changing. In fact, I'm just moving forward. We might be opening up into retreats next year for the members, and other big stuff that's like been brewing in my head for a couple years, but I've been taking one step at a time and kind of growing it slowly. We have had nearly 700 members in there. So, you know, every day people are coming in, every day people are leaving, just depending on what their membership is and what they can do and handle in their own lives. But because it's online, you have access to it for 1 year, and you can attend when you want on your own time and your own schedule. So we've got block of the months. I have 4 guest designers that are already lined up for next year. I'm totally excited. We had 11 this year, and November's our last guest designer. Each of them brings something new and something different to the group. They all have their own little expertise, which I love. And it's not, you know, always about me and what I promote or, you know, produce and pattern and put in the club. It's what others, designers and businesses as well, bring to the members. So I'm really excited about the change. Of course, that meant that the website moved a little bit and things got shifted around, and you know, little things are still being worked out, but the whole idea of it is the same. And we're just getting bigger and larger. And I would really, you know, because it's an international, it's open to the world. We have members from around the world, which is so fun to see when they introduce where they're from. And I just, you know, in my mind, I see it going really large and becoming a very large association where there's a community there and support, but then there's also the group in the background running. So there's always something to work on. You're always being introduced to somebody else that you might not have an opportunity to take a class from, or enjoy, you know, their talents and what they have to bring to the group and what they have to share. So I'm totally excited and scared and nervous at the same time, heading to festival, manning a booth. Well, I've never, you know, done that for my own personal products. I'll also be selling and promoting the Patchwork Planner. And so, anyways, I just thought I would give kind of a roundabout of the journey and where it's going, and the excitement that I have for it still as I'm moving forward and going bigger. So if you are going to Quilt Fest this year, I would love for you to stop by and say hi, look me up, and you know, swing by, keep me company for a minute, because I'm going to be needing some encouragement and woohoo while you're there. So until then, I will either see you there, or I will see you in the group, or I will see you online. Thanks, everyone.